So you're looking to figure out, should you go upgrade your head unit or should you upgrade your Livescope transducer? Let's talk through my rationale and maybe that'll help you make your decision. We're gonna assume that you have $1,500 burning a hole in your pocket and you're ready to go spend it on some Garmin stuff. So we're gonna assume that you can buy one of two things. You're gonna buy a Livescope Plus, or you're gonna buy the EcoMap 126 SV, which is currently 1,500 bucks. There's gonna be three things I'm gonna be looking to improve upon with my next step in my setup. That's gonna be fish identification. Got a lot of different species of fish here in Texas. We've got long-nosed gar, alligator gar, carp, buffalo drum, largemouth bass. Some have smallmouth bass, striped bass, white bass or hybrids. And then you've got like 3 species of catfish in any given lake, more or less. So there's a lot of different species you could be looking at. And I've caught catfish suspended over 20 feet of water, which is crazy to me, but it's certainly happened before. So anything I could do to help improve my fish identification is gonna help. The second thing I'm gonna take a look at is target separation. So I wanna know when I'm reaching out there, am I looking at one big fish or multiple small fish? Sometimes that's hard to tell with an LVS 32. And then the last thing is just overall range. I have my unit set up usually to about 90 feet. And at the end of that 90 feet, it's really getting blurry. I can tell something's floating. Can't really tell what it is. So especially if you're moving the boat, you're scanning, you come up on 80, 90 feet pretty quickly, and you're gonna have to try to put the brakes on it, slow things down. So range, fish identification, and target separation are the 3 things I'm looking at. The next thing you wanna pay attention to is your pixel density. So this is a 9-inch screen with 384,000 pixels in it. A 126 has just over 1 million pixels in it, but it's a 12-inch screen. And the pixel density, the pixels per inch, doesn't pencil out maybe as well as you thought it would. You're getting a lot bigger screen, but you're not scaling your pixels per inch as well as you could be. Actually, the 106 has better pixel density by quite a bit. But the 126, like I said, 1,500 bucks, it could be better. And the could be better part of that is let's compare it to the GPS map. That's our high-end unit. The GPS map, 12-inch screen, 8612, has 2.5 million pixels for the same size screen, instead of the 384,000 that you can have. So when I was comparing the different factors, the 126 was like, oh yeah, that's a big screen, that looks awesome. But I don't know that I was gonna gain the performance that I wanted out of it. So that was a factor kind of weighing on me, but it is a big screen and that's pretty cool. So let's put that aside. The next thing you can consider is updating to the Livescope Plus, which is now 2 years old, whatever, maybe 3 years old. And that is advertised to do better range, better target separation, which are like 2 things I'm looking for. And kind of as a part of that, you should be able to identify species a bit better. And like I said, I'm very proficient with this setup. I like to think I'm getting the maximum performance I can out of it. The settings are dialed in. I'm pretty good with it. And so I'm trying to take it to that next level, and I want to make sure that I'm spending my money as wisely as I can to get there. You know, looking at the bigger screen for 1,500 bucks, it's snazzy, it looks cool. Show your friends you got this big screen. The Livescope Plus is just kind of there, right? And so it's not as cool. And ultimately, what I ended up going with is the Livescope Plus. So I've got this, I got it in the mail today, and I'm going to be putting this on my boat, like I said, for a couple of reasons. The 126 SV was a good upgrade, but to me, not good enough. And if I'm gonna throw the money at a screen, I'm gonna save up my pennies and go for the GPS map and get a really awesome Livescope screen. So I'm gonna keep you up to speed with how this change goes. I'm expecting some improvement, and sometimes you make changes and they don't seem as big until you kind of get used to it and you understand that improvement is there. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses. You didn't know you needed them until you start wearing them, at least for people that are blind like me. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe that'll help you make your decision. If you found that helpful, please consider liking and subscribe to the channel. Check out this video right here, and we'll see you next time.